Hey there, it's Jill Blanchette with card number 3 from the Life is Sweet paper pumpkin kit. This is what it made. And this is what we're going to make with card number 3. So we have a lemon lolly piece that is 4 1/4 by 11. Going to fold it in half, score it at 5 1/2, whatever you want to do to get that folded in the middle. I have a Summer Splash piece that is 5 1/4 by 4, and I have a basic white piece that is 5 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to run that through the embossing folder, and I'll be right back. Any embossing folder would work, but I use the Dashing Designs 3D embossing folder. And it turns out like this. That's the debossed side, and this is the embossed side that we will glue on here, pointing up. So let's get these glued together. So we're going to glue the embossing piece onto the Summer Splash. Sometimes these will need extra glue. I forgot my brayer to roll on it to make sure that it gets all stuck down. I'm going to get that. I like to use my brayer and go over it just to make sure that all the glue is getting adhered down, because some of these have so much embossing on them that they don't want to stick completely. So I'm going to now glue Summer Splash onto the lemon lolly. And then we can finish off card. Let's pull that over just a smidge. Okay. Now I have another piece of the Designer Series paper in Summer Splash. I got the stripy side and a regular cardstock piece, and they are 2 1/2 by 3 1/4 inches. I'm going to glue the two together and just kind of like offset them, but try and leave the same amount of like border on the top and the side if you can. You know, sometimes that doesn't always work how you plan it, but as close as you can get it. And then I glued this flat to the front of the card. Tried to center that. You could put it at an angle if you wanted. That would be really super cute. Let's try that on this one. Glue that at an angle. My sample, as you can see, is straight on. I'm going to use my brayer and get that glue sticking down the best I can to this embossing. I didn't really put a lot of glue on those two pieces there, so if they're not going to stick, that's fine. I didn't go off on the Designer Series paper too much. So then we're going to get a lemon next. You probably see that I'm using up all the fruits. Each card has a different fruit. You want to get yourself a circle. It is a go with a 2-inch circle. This is a little bit under 2 inches, but you could get a 2-inch circle. And then I'm just going to glue the lemon onto it like so. We don't need a whole lot of the circle showing, but we need enough of the circle so that we can stamp on it. Okay, so we're gonna put that like at an angle. We'll put it like that. Then I used the Sweet Friend stamp. Right here, Sweet Friend. In the Summer Splash. And yes, I realized after I did it that I'm using a lemon with the word Sweet Friend. So you may choose to use a different sentiment here. Maybe make your circle bigger or do something. Change up the fruit even. I don't care. But it dawned on me after I made it that I put Sweet Friend on there and it's a lemon card. So now we're going to pop that up on the front. Get out these dimensionals and just speed things up a little bit. Let's see, we want to kind of put it on there, little kitty wampus. And I'm going to pull it over so that part of my leaves hang off the side of the layers there. So then I have a scrap piece of lemon lolly, and I'm going to punch out 3 flowers. And we're going to put those on the front. I have my silicone mat here, and I guess we call these styluses. I don't know, I've had it forever. A rolling ball embosser, it's called. And so I'm going to put these flowers on my silicone mat, and I'm just going to roll around on them. And then that's going to break down the fibers a little bit. And you could probably do this on anything that's got a little squish to it. And then that will make the petals curl up a little bit for you. And give them some more dimension instead of just being flat. So you can go as far up the petals as you want. I'm just going to go a little bit just to... They'll get smooshed down probably in the mail if you mailed it, but... For this example, we're not going to mail it. So we got our 3 flowers. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put one of them. I did pop up just a hair, so to get us started, let me get a little tiny piece of dimensional. And I want to butt that one right up in there, so I pop that one up. These other 2 I just glued on flat, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the petals of this one so that they glue down flat, and then the rest of it can pop up over the flower or the lemon a little bit. I gotta hold it in place for a second, see if it's gonna stick. I know, Jill, why did you smoosh it around on the mat to roll it and then you smashed it flat? But who knows, you know? You may choose to put yours on different. Just gonna hold that for a hot second until it glues down. I think we're good. Then I've got this piece with of glitter with our words all on it. I'm gonna flip it over so I could see where the words are. And then I'm just gonna punch out with one of my old-fashioned school kind of punches. I'm gonna punch out 3. Punch out 3, but only 2 come out. Oh, it's in there. All right, well, it's not coming out. It's way up in the front. We'll punch another one. Let's punch a couple just so we make sure we get it. There we go. All right. So then I'm going to put just a touch of glue in the centers. I'm going to get my pick tool. Actually, I'm going to use the putty end, I think. I don't know how well this is going to work. I need my tweezers. And then I'm just going to set this on the glue. So that the sparkles show for our flower center. There we go. See, you guys, aren't these fast? I whipped right through these. This is the third card already. Kind of flip those back up a little bit. And then on the inside for this one, I have a basic white. It measures 5 1/4 by 4. Then I'm going to take the lemon image from the die cut sheet and a couple blending brushes. I'm just going to lay that on my paper. And I got my Lemon Lolly ink. And I'm just going to do it lightly, haphazardly, whatever it takes to get the image onto the center of the cardstock. And I'm going to try and go a little bit darker. See how this has kind of got some darker spots on it? I'm going to try and do a little bit of area that's a little bit darker. Nothing too major. Then we're going to switch over to our Summer Splash. And we're going to do the same thing up top on the leaves. And they've got, like I said, a little bit of darkness in them. So just go ahead and try and dab a little bit in there wherever you can to help give it a little bit of dimension so it doesn't just look flat to your paper. And that's how we finish the inside of this one. And I'm going to glue this in place. Here. Looks pretty good. And that, my friends, is card number 3. I'll be back with the last card.